Hi, it's Mick, the Lanky Gamer UK, and this is part 2 of my social media journey. My goal to be an influencer in my chosen niche, which is board gaming. And I've realised that in order to be successful, I need to research. I mentioned in my last session that I worked at the university for nearly 20 years, and research was just everyday, part of everyday life. So what are the sort of questions I need to research? For example, imagine my ideal customer or client. How old are they? What social media channels do they use? What's their age? Are they male or female or both? So many questions about the person. And once I've identified the person, I need to know what media channels do they use. And I've discovered that there are 5 main channels. So we've got social networks, things like Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Photo sharing ones like Instagram, Pinterest. Video sharing like YouTube, IGTV, and so on. Then we've got blogging and community channels, things like Tumblr, Reddit. Board Game Geek has got a blog, which I have one. And then we've got the interactive channels, things like Snapchat, TikTok. And all these channels have got different demographics, different numbers of users. Some are obviously more popular than others. And so part of the research is to look at the demographics, and we're doing that in another video. But having identified the types of channel, how many channels should we use? There's dozens. I mean, I've got about 15, just I could name very, very quickly. Like I've already just mentioned, half a dozen or so. And in order to be successful, you simply don't have time to be an expert in all of them. So you need to pick some channels, but how many? Do we concentrate on one, something like Instagram, or maybe we can do one from each of the 5 sectors, or is it something else? And research, again, will answer those questions. Having identified the channel, what sort of content? Now again, I've identified 6 types of content, for example, as entertainment. Maybe a quiz or a joke. Inspiring quotes. I've started putting quotes on my channel. And in fact, I put a quote on Reddit and it went viral. So there you go. Educational tutorials and things like that. We've got conversations, just general chit chat, showing people, I'm trying to connect with people, showing them the personal you, and promoting. And I've learned that you should probably promote your product or service maybe 20% of the time. So you're not just selling. People will very quickly switch off. So there's an awful lot of research to do. There's no point in guessing because you'd just be wasting your time. So research is key. I identified all the channels. What's the best time of the day to post? I've realised, for example, on Reddit, it's very American-centric. So I post on Reddit 7 p.m, 8 p.m. Twitter is difficult because it's a worldwide audience, and your tweets are really only visible for about 45 minutes, sort of in the highlight. I haven't really figured out Twitter yet, so I need to research. How many posts per day? Do you do 3 posts a day, 1 a day, 1 every 2 days, and so on? So research is the answer to all of these questions to give yourself the best chance. And then we've got things like hashtags. How many? The advice I've read about and seen is mixed, to say the least. Some say 30, some say just a few, some say none at all. That content will do everything. So to research all these things, what I've done, I found some amazing websites, which I'll be sharing with you in due course. But also, I bought some books for Father's Day, which was just a few weeks ago. I got some money and I bought some books. For example, The Ultimate Instagram Guide, very thin little book. The Rule Breaker's Guide to Social Media. So, another good book. Profitable Social Media Marketing, another good book. Another one here. Social Marketing Tips, 500 Tips, which is great. This one was recommended to me by my daughter. #authentic. This lady went from nothing to, I think it was 100,000 users really quickly. And then another book which I got for Father's Day, which is a social media marketing organizer. There's loads of stuff out there. It's important that you buy books that are successful and current. For example, The Art of Twitter. I don't really get Twitter, I'm going to be honest with you. So I've got this book to teach me about Twitter. Now this man has got 90,000 followers on Twitter, Daniel Parsons. And one of the things he mentioned earlier in the book is something called Clout, K-L-O-U-T. I thought, this sounds good, this is great, Clout. And basically Clout gives you a measure of how successful you are online, and it's a number between 1 and 100. I thought, that'd be great, let's have a look at Clout. And Clout doesn't exist anymore. So the point of this little story is the fact that books really tend to be out of, they're not current. Almost as soon as they're published, they're out of currency. And so combining books which have got some built-in tools, ideas and so on, and often many of these books now have got their own website for up-to-date information. So all these things I'm going to be doing, and then each video that I subsequently film will be based on the research that I do. In the next few weeks we'll be looking at how many channels, which channels should we focus on. So I hope that was useful, and I'll see you soon.